Hey guys, Cream Crazy here, doing my Capital Punishment pay-per-view predictions. Yay! Now, I have to admit, and I think many of you might not agree, but I think this on paper this looks a pretty good card. I have to admit, Over the Limit I thought was going to be shit. It was. Extreme Rules was really good, even though I thought it was going to be meh at best, and WrestleMania was meh when I thought it would be pretty good. But this actually looks quite nice on paper. And what's annoying me, I have to say, guys, is one match that I want to see that's been building up isn't actually announced yet. And that is Daniel Bryan and Cara versus Cody Rhodes and Ted DiBiase. Now, after what's happened on Raw and SmackDown with tag matches, beat 'em ups, I would expect this match to be added. And I thought, for the best part, this match would be. So, to know it isn't is a bit sad for me. I have to say, if I was a betting guy, I would say Cody winning it with Ted to put them both back up on a good pedestal level, keep pushing Cody up further into the main event scene. But Sin Cara and Daniel Bryan will get out of the underworld that is the undercard on SmackDown if they win it, and I'd be happier to see those two win it than I would Cody. So I'd go for Sin Cara and Daniel Bryan if that one does get announced. If it isn't announced, it doesn't happen, even though I highly suspect it will. It'll not be in my review video, so you can count yourself lucky there if that doesn't happen. Next up, we have Alberto Del Rio versus The Big Show. Now, having Del Rio lose to Big Show will not only confirm that WWE has completely dropped the ball with Del Rio. They should have given him the title sooner rather than later. Honestly, they should have. And not only that, it'll also show that heel can't catch a break. Now, guys, in all honesty, if you are looking at this match thinking, okay, Big Show's going to win because face always wins over heel, that kind of crap. Just think, what has the Big Show got to gain from beating Del Rio? Nothing. He's got absolutely nothing to gain from this. If Del Rio can beat the Big Show, that'll be amazing for him. It'll reignite the momentum he's had in recent months. He'll go right up back to the top of the ladder. You beat Big Show, especially if he does it clean. Imagine how big of an implication that will have leading up to Money in the Bank and SummerSlam. That will be brilliant for him. And I will say this, Del Rio will win this match. I just do not see Big Show winning this. No way. Ricardo Rodriguez has to announce Del Rio as the winner on Sunday. It has to happen. Big Show wins, he doesn't gain anything. Del Rio gains everything from this match. I tell you that is going to be something which I'm looking out for. Next, we have Rey Mysterio versus CM Punk. Now, despite this being a complete rehash of their 2010 feud, which was cool, I have to say, despite the head shaving, I didn't like that. So I do think this will be getting Punk a win, because it'll rebuild him back as a credible force. And if he loses, it'll confirm that he is on his way out, and he doesn't really give two shits. And yeah, that won't be good at all. I do not want to see that. If Rey wins, I will be really surprised. Because, come on, the guy, he lost to R-Truth at Over the Limit. And he wants to put that guy over really well. Puts over Punk here, it'll show that Rey is such a stubborn, stuck-up jackass who wants a load of money to win all the time by just coming back from the dead, much like Cena does. I don't know. I just do not want Rey to win for the simple fact I don't want to have it confirmed to me that Punk is on his way out. I would hate that. And I don't understand why Rey has to win. In all fairness, if Rey has to win, do it at the expense of someone who doesn't need to win. Win against no, actually not Zack Ryder. Win against someone else, seriously. Then we have Kofi Kingston taking on Dolph Ziggler for the United States Championship. Now, these guys can put on a good match. It should be a good athletic contest. But we've seen it way too many fucking times. This was a feud last year as well, and the year before. So why the hell are we doing it again? There's a plethora of mid-card wrestlers on Raw that could fill this spot. But still, I just don't know. I don't think Ziggler's got it in him to be champion again. I just think it'll be Money in the Bank time. Maybe Kofi loses the championship, and then we see Dolph winning going on further. But Kofi, I don't know, I just think he's going to win. I have no real reason why. I just have that inkling that the champion will retain. No real reason. And why should I? I don't think there is any real reason for why Kofi should win. Ziggler just hasn't been in the zone since he had his haircut and the feud with Edge dropped away. He just hasn't done anything worthy of my time. Then, Wade Barrett versus Ezekiel Jackson for the Intercontinental Championship. I said this at Over the Limit, that Big Zeke hasn't got what it takes yet to win the championship. Sure, now the core have broken up, which adds the idea that Gabriel and Slater might interfere to this match. I want Barrett to win for the exact same reason I wanted him to win at Over the Limit. He needs to prove himself as a good champion. And if he does that, think about it. If he proves he's a good champion by beating him clean, because the thing is, Wade Barrett's title reign, he hasn't won a title match without having interference happen. He hasn't won a title match without having it been done as a dirty finish. He's been proven as a very weak champion. And that is not how it should be. The guy is actually quite a strong guy. He's a good promo worker. He's a good in-ring guy. He should be proven as a bit better than that. Jackson may have the body. He may have the... It's just his moveset is so limited. His mic work is terrible. I can't get behind the guy. And therefore, if he wins, I will not be happy with that. He just isn't ready, in my opinion, to hold a mid-card championship. Barrett needs to hold it for longer and continue to establish himself. Then, if he loses, he can go on to the main event picture with Orton, Christian, Sheamus, and all those guys. I just think that'll be better. That'll be way better for me to see, I think. Then, one of my most anticipated matches of the night, The Miz taking on Alex Riley. Now, this I haven't seen too much of Riley, but what I have seen of him is alright. Good on the mic as well. I think if The Miz can make Riley look good in the ring, and neither of them will lose momentum because of a loss, this will be a great match to witness. I just don't see The Miz winning. And there's one reason. Because Riley has been kicking ass. Riley has been whooping ass, beating The Miz down all the time. But just imagine, guys. Imagine that pop if he wins. Imagine the crowd going mental at The Miz losing to Riley. Because when Miz was beaten up by Riley, the crowd went mental. And every time he's come out, he's had a ginormous pop. And think about it. This will be a great way for Riley to shoot straight up to the top. Beat Miz. Good. I think that'll be fantastic. If Riley loses, however, I will see The Miz winning in that sense, that he could say, I've got some more to prove against you. But if Miz loses, he's not only lost to Cena and been made to look like an absolute bitch, but losing to his backup guy in a match, make him look really weak, but in a good way, because it'll say, look, you guys may have beaten me, but I'm not out of the way yet. And I have a scenario for this. Miz costs Riley the Money in the Bank briefcase in the Money in the Bank ladder match. Fair enough. Then they have a giant gimmick match to blow off the feud, and they both go their separate ways. How about that? Seems plausible to me? Yes. And I think with that storyline in mind, with that potential progression in mind, I would see Riley winning. I wouldn't be too upset with Miz winning if he doesn't bury Riley. I'd be happy to see Miz winning on that sense. But Riley gets my pick, though. Has to be Riley for the pick. Definitely. No question. Then we get Randy Orton versus Christian for the World Heavyweight Championship. Now, after what we saw Over the Limit, which was probably the only good match on the card, 4.5 stars I gave it, if you didn't check the apology video where my ratings are, I expect nothing less from these guys. I would have said Christian heel turn could have given him the championship here. But I don't see it. Sheamus could get involved, obviously. Christian screwed him out of the title twice. Definitely not the right thing to do. And Orton, I just think he's going to win it by the skin of his teeth or by an RKO out of nowhere. But it's only until recently the concussion has played into hands here. He might not compete, is one option. It might be a vacated title and Christian v Sheamus might go ahead. As that could be it. Or it's been made a triple threat match. Sheamus and Christian dominate. Randy Orton comes with an RKO, gets the win. Any of those three situations could happen. But Randy Orton will walk out the champion at the end of it. Simple. I do not see Christian winning this. People are saying there's obviously now is a time for Christian to win it, etc. But no. To me, he had his chance, and unless he wins Money in the Bank, he ain't going to get it again. I just don't see Christian doing it. If he's a heel, sure, he might win it somewhere down the line, maybe at Survivor Series, maybe at Vengeance, possibly even Royal Rumble time, maybe, for a WrestleMania match. But no, it just won't happen, I don't think. And that has to be said. I might get a lot of heat for that. But I want to see what more Randy Orton has to offer as champion against different opposition, not Sheamus, not Christian, different people. I want to see Randy go against different guys and see how he puts them over, just to see. And then finally we get to the main event, which is John Cena versus R-Truth for the WWE Championship. Now, as a person who hates Cena, and you all know I hate Cena, you all know I absolutely hate Cena from the bottom of my heart upwards, that R-Truth has to win. But I was thinking about this match quite smartly. For an angle and gimmick progression, truth must not win. Truth must not win at all. And I've watched a few prediction vids. And I have seen not many people come up with this idea. I have to say, Cena will win only by a small circumstance, by a small margin. And there's no superhero comeback from the dead. No, oh crap, I've been beaten up for the entire match, now I'm going to come back and win in about 5 seconds stuff. No 5 moves of doom. Nothing. Nothing of the sorts. It is going to have to be done this way, where truth gets screwed. Because come on, say if Truth wins, Cena's foot is on the rope, Truth goes apeshit, causing a disqualification, and Cena retains the title. It wouldn't be the best way to do it, but it would be worth it. Say if Cena hits the move, referee does a fast count, for example. Someone interferes on behalf of Cena and no one sees it. That kind of thing. And Truth, it'll help add to the intensity of Truth saying people in the back are against me, the people in the crowd are against me, now the ring officials are against me, I can't catch a break, there's a big conspiracy around, all these little jimmies are screwing me over, and that would be brilliant. It will make Truth more paranoid, it will make Truth more angry and incented to go around and kick the shit out of Cena, and it'll make his gimmick a lot better, because he will not lose momentum from a loss to Cena if it's done in such a way where Cena doesn't bury him. And that if it plays out this way, it'll say, yeah, WWE's finally done it right. Cena is not superhero now. He is not Superman. And also, think about it, he's been through everybody at this point. Then he finally comes up to a new guy newish guy who's never been champion before, and he really realizes, fuck it, I've been run against the wall by this guy. He's giving me a run for my money here, and it could actually it'll make Truth look legitimate actually if he puts on a good performance, and Cena only wins by this much. So basically, I don't want to see Cena bury another heel. He's buried so many heels since 2009. I haven't seen a good heel go up against him and win repeatedly. Well, actually, I haven't seen that happen since Edge, to be perfectly honest. And I just think Cena winning by the smallest margin possible will be the best way to go, because it'll add to the gimmick of Truth, it'll help him, and it'll make Cena weaker, which I think is great, because you want to see him a little fragile leading up to SummerSlam, especially when Alberto Del Rio is apparently around the corner. And that, ladies and gentlemen, are my predictions. I hope, and I please beg and I hope that you guys are going to be here on Monday for my 3-part review. I say 3 parts, it's probably going to be that way. So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed my predictions. What are your predictions? Put yours down there. And also, guys, I would like to thank you for the extra questions you've added to my Q&A moderator. That's 8 of them already. I think, though, I will need a few more. So, if you want to go to my channel up there, click on the moderator, put in a wrestling question, it'll go straight to me. The video is on the 3rd of July. Questions can only be put in on the 2nd of July, okay? You only got about, I think it's 2 weeks now. Put your questions in quick. And guys, I thank you all for your support. If you want to keep if some of you guys have not pushed my subscribe button up there and you like my videos, do so. You'll get more videos quicker. I will see you guys Monday. Have a fantastic weekend, and I hope everything goes well. Cheerio.